Hi. Welcome to my channel. In today's episode 1 we'll try to show you how to connect cameras at a longer distance. Can you connect the camera within 250 meters? How to connect cameras on one cable using extenders. And we will face one problem that the client sent. Well, he would like to extend the cameras 300 meters one way, and vice versa for a distance of up to 450 meters. As you can see, I've prepared expanders, switches, a recorder, and we're getting to work. So first I'm going to show you if you can power up the camera at 250 meters and if it will work. For this purpose, I prepared various sections of twisted pairs. I signed the lengths. Based on this, I will try to show you how it works. And now this switch has something like switches on the back. And these switches just enable or at least one of them. That is, the second switch, which is called AI Extend. That is, in theory, at 250 meters, thanks to this function, the camera should work. It is true that then the bandwidth is reduced to 10 megabits per second. But in our case it is quite enough. So let's turn this feature on. Just the second slider and the third one can also be turned on. Due to the fact that the third one is responsible for PO, i.e. when the camera freezes, this switch will automatically restart it for us. i.e. cut off the power and turn it on again. At the beginning we need to connect the recorder with our switch. And now we can connect the wire 250 meters. No matter which port. We have a webcam and we are trying to connect it. We plug the camera turned on. We're going to add it. The recorder searches. We are trying to add. We have connected. As you can see, we have an image and the camera at 250 meters is connected without any problem. Whereas, if we want to connect more than one camera, we do not give an expander, because at 250 meters we have a very large voltage drop. And even though you connect the extender, then when two cameras are connected in night mode, they will run out of power and will not function properly. If we want to connect more cameras, for this you need to give a second switch. Remember, you have 250 meters, you connect to uplink again. You don't give in here or in this uplink. You have to give power to the switch. Of course. Thanks to this, even though there is a voltage drop, here will be no more, because this switch will be powered separately. And now, if you feed it, you can connect more cameras here. This way it will work. If we want to use such expanders. For example, I have a 155 meters cable. I connect to PO to the recorder. Yes, I know, in general twisted pairs are given for 100 meters. But this is theory. In practice, at 150 meters it will work just fine. See. We'll get an extender. We connect the twisted pair. We connect the camera. We are waiting for it to start. And the camera is on. That is 155 meters. Extender in camera. We will connect to such an extender. 250 is not anymore, because it will not pull us. But for example 126 meters. So I'm connecting 126 meters. I'm adding another camera. And we check if it works for us. We're trying to find the camera. You can see her now. We add. And look, we have two cameras. One is, of course, for a short time, i.e. at 155 meters. Is at 280 meters already. One wire goes to the extender. And from the extender another 126 meters. To illustrate this better, I will provide diagrams. What will happen if we extend the power supply by another extender and by another? The manufacturer shows on the diagrams that this can be done. Well, you can't do that. Because each extension lowers our tension. This extender also needs voltage in at the moment, if we connect two cameras here, for example, and a cable to the next extender. It's not enough that this extender will have to power these two cameras. This will still get a voltage drop across the wire. Must power this extender and the next two cameras. So it is not possible to extend on such extenders by 234 extenders. Alternatively, you can do this by. We have 155 meters. Then extender. Then it goes 126 meters or 150 meters will work too. And we don't give extender, because there will be a voltage drop. However, we can give a switch. So in the switch we plug the twisted pair into uplink. Of course, such a switch must be powered, i.e. there must be electricity in this place. We connect it. We don't need to enable AIX here, because we won't be connecting at 250 meters. Unless you want it like that. And at this point if we have a switch. Here I have, for example, 50 meters of cable. I can connect to the switch 50 meters. Again from the switch I can give an extender. There is no problem with that. And from the extender, I can give, for example, 100 meters. Plug in the camera and see if it works. Diagram here. I heard the camera go off. We'll see if there will be a preview on the recorder. Of course it is. And there is no problem with that here. In this way, it is possible to extend. But only with the switch. We do not do extensions with the help of extenders due to voltage losses. Each extender also needs some voltage plus cameras. If we extend further, we're starting to miss this tension. That's why the cameras don't work after that. So if you pull the twisted pair, then you can also drag the power cable to the next switch. Possibly over longer distances, if you have voltage. This is no longer done on S switches. This can be done on antennas. The so-called bridge can be done. Maybe in one of the episodes I'll show it to you too. But you need power there. However, it is known that cables always work much better and it can be done in this way. And now I'm going to show you what would happen if you actually did an extension on such extenders. So we connect 155 meters to the recorder. Of course, we plug it into the expander to power it. The extender is powered. In the meantime, we connect two cameras. Somewhere in a place at 155 meters. Second webcam. The cameras seem to be working. And now they work during the day. We cover their lenses so they go into night mode. As you can see, there is no problem with that. They work. Now see. We extend by 50 meters, so we have two cameras connected. We connect the next extender. And we will connect more cameras to this extender. For example, 100 meters. That is, as the book says at 100 meters, the webcam should work without any problems. Let's connect a camera. Of course, you always have the diagrams. We have a third camera added. We will try to cover the lenses in two cameras. And we've already restarted this camera. She just lacked the tension. That is, it will work without a problem during the day, but dusk will come. The end. The camera will turn off. That's why we don't simply extend cameras on extenders. In some longer stretches. Because if it's a 50-meter section, it might still work. But on longer sections there is no question of any extensions on extenders. There will be no voltage. If you want to extend, it's only on self-powered swatches. Own power supply simply gives you the opportunity to extend for further sections. Easy? Easy. So the client sent this schematic to solve his camera connection problem. The diagram would have to look like this. Then, of course, we will be sure that dusk will come and everything will work. Attention, this is the most important thing. If your twisted pair cable is 100% copper, because you often buy it from unknown sources. In fact, these twisted pairs are not tested. I wouldn't install them myself. You need to buy proven twisted pairs. Well, as we do the installations ourselves, on these twists it's 100%, these twists must be of good quality. If I had bad twisted pairs, I would have shot myself in the foot. I wouldn't mount on the wrong turns. That's why we have tested twisted pairs. I am also testing these twisted pairs myself, and I know that at 150 meters I connect the camera with no problem and it works. And it has been working for several years now, because I already have such installations on 150 meters of wires distributed. And it works after several years, no problem with it. And very often it happens that someone buys a twisted pair from an unknown source. He mounts the camera at 100 meters and has problems. Well, here he will have problems if the twisted pair is copper plated, or even worse, aluminum inside. Unfortunately, that's how they cheat life. I hope that's understandable. I bid you farewell. See you.